In this video, we take on Nova, coach of the Bermuda Kecleons. Will our light screen Archaludon be enough to take down his mono water team, or will we be rained out? This is SPDA Week 4. What is going on, SPDA fans? So today we are here with a post-com because I was violently ill when I took this video. So we are doing some post-commentary in order to make sure that you are able to see this awesome match between me and Nova. Immediately looking at Nova's team, Nova is a mono water team. We also just recently made some transactions, so we lost Sandslash from our team. Picking up Go-Go and some other things that you can probably saw on the screen now. But we are really worried about hazards here. Without hazard removal, we just have to let him get them up. The immediate thoughts is that he's going to go between Jupiter or the Toxapex in order to set up either the Toxic Spites or the sticky webs. He can also set up the Stealth Rocks with the Quagsire. My immediate thought was to go for Archaludon and maybe get a Thunderbolt off on the Jupiter or something and maybe threaten it out a little bit. Good luck, have fun to Nova. I already know the results of the match, and we already had this match a few weeks ago. They really didn't even know what I had. Some virus. It wasn't COVID, it wasn't the flu, it wasn't bronchitis, but I think going into this, so we lead the Zalfu, which is our Archaludon against the Spider. We are bringing a different kind of Archaludon set. I found this set on the Smogon forums, and I really want to make it work. I really want to try it out. So instead of AV, we are running light screen. So turn 1, we just get our light screen up. It's going to protect us from our special moves as he just goes for the sticky web. So everything that comes in is going to be -1 special, not -1 speed, I mean. We're going to go for the Dragon Tail and hope to get this thing out, but he switches out. What comes in is the Pex, so the Toxapex comes in. We go for Dragon Tail, so it's going to be kicked right back out. We go for Dragon Tail. It doesn't really do any damage, but we take that Rocky Helmet, which is going to hurt us. And what comes out is the Quagsire, that shiny Quagsire. And we get our leftovers, so he's going to be able to tell that we are not AV. We are actually max HP, max defense leftovers. We're going to consider switching. We could go into our Go-Go. The Go-Go is really what we brought this for, but the Quagsire is a Terra Captain, and it can Terra into a poison type, I believe. So we're just going to protect to see what he wants to go for. Overall, I know Nova is a really good player. I don't think I prepped as well as I could have because number 1, I was sick, and number 2, I was like, shit's a mono water team. Like, I'm not really worried about it. But we go for protect. He goes for earthquake. We do not want to take an earthquake, even though we are max HP, max defense. So we're going to switch into our Guru Patik, which is a new member of our team, our Uxie. Guru Patik give us some spiritual guidance, and we are going to get toxic. So we get toxic by the Quagsire. Lucky for Guru Patik, we are packing the Giga Drain. So we do have the Giga Drain in order to gain some health back. But we are going to just go for a Psychic Noise, expecting something else to come out. I think that's what I clicked. We are operating on 1.3 times speed, just so we're able to get this voiceover quicker and we don't have longer lulls waiting like this. I'm not typically a big fan of postcom, but if you are a big fan of the postcom, please let me know in the comments down below. Maybe this will be the new norm. So we remove his leftovers, trying to get rid of that healing, and we see the Amnesia. So it's going to gain some special defense, which does hurt our light screen wears off. So the light screen wears off, but that didn't really matter against the Quagsire because it's a physical attacker. So now I'm thinking, because it is gaining special defense, that I want to go into one of my many physical attackers. So Appa could come out here. Appa is Terra Water. We could go into the Zalfu and go for a Dragon Tail. The Go-Go is there, but again, I'm still worried about that Terra Poison. So I am going to opt to go for the Zalfu and hopefully Dragon Tail to get it out. So we get caught in the sticky web here. We see the earthquake, which should not do too much to us because we are max HP, max defense. We get a stamina boost, so now we're max HP, max defense, +1 defense. So it's getting higher and higher each time, meaning those body presses do more and more. Our light screen is gone, so we could go for another light screen, but really I just want to get this thing away. So I think we're going to go for another dragon tail. So another earthquake comes. It does a lot of damage, so it takes us down to 117. We go for a dragon tail, and it takes this thing back into its Pokeball so that we are able to get something else out. The Jupiter comes out, which we don't love. Nova is always picks these like low tier mons that do these really crazy things. The last season I went against him, he had a Trapinch, like a Terra Bug first impression Trapinch with Arena Trap that was like choice banded, and it completely one-shot a Blissey. Blissey, who has like 255 HP, which is crazy. So the Toxapex comes out again. We see the Archaludon go for its light screen. So we're going to be taking some reduced damage from special attacks coming from these things, his mons. But we are already on the back foot for sure. Archaludon is getting worn down more and more. I'm not sure if we want to stay in. We're going to protect just to see what he wants to go for. And so we see that he goes and gets his toxic spikes up, which is not great for us. We don't have a poison type on the team that we brought, on the 6 that we brought. We do not have any way of form of hazard removals because we got rid of Sandslash. Our only hazard removal is Cleavor, and we did not bring Cleavor. So we're going to Dragon Tail as it gets its second layer of spikes up. So right now it has its Stealth Rocks up, it has its 2 layers of spikes. We Dragon Tail. This is also Regenerator, the Toxapex, so as it switches out, it's gaining more health. So this team is getting harder and harder to whittle down, especially with our Archaludon. I think when I was looking at this team, I was like, okay, mono water team, what are the mons that resist water type attacks? And I made sure to bring those 3. I made sure to bring our Archaludon. We're going for the protect here to make sure we get the some leftover recovery and are able to take another earthquake. I made sure to bring the Archaludon. I made sure to bring the Go-Goat, and I made sure to bring there was one other mon that resisted the water type attack. So we're gonna go for a body press. That seems to be our strongest attack. We don't want to switch it out again, and so that brings us down to 37 HP. And remind you, we're like +2, maybe +3 defense by now, and so these earthquakes are doing more and more each time. Archaludon really doesn't want to take anything else, and right now I'm debating whether or not to let it go down. If it does go down, we'll be able to freely switch something in, but then it'll take toxic spikes. And the thing with Archaludon is that it doesn't take toxic spikes because it's a steel type. So he does switch out, goes into the Toxapex. We are able to go for a body press, doing a bit more damage than a Dragon Tail, but still not much. And then Rocky Helmet takes us down. So our Zalfu is down. First blood goes to the Bermuda Kecleons, and we are officially 5 versus 6. So already on our back foot. One of our mons are poison. None of our mons have heavy duty boots. So we're going to go into our Guru Patik, hopefully scare out this poison type with a psychic type move. And so we are going to go for our Psychic Noise. You can see there we're rocking Sunny Day because we were expecting a Pelipper, and maybe we're going to be able to change the weather from rain to sun and half the damage of his water type moves, but it doesn't look like he's bringing many water type moves. So we get the Psychic Noise off. It's going to prevent the healing from the Quagsire, so it can't go for recover here, and so we're just going to be able to get some damage off with the Giga Drain. Because it switched out, it does not have Amnesia going for it, so Giga Drain basically takes it down to very low, all the way in the red. It goes for Amnesia again. So now it's at +2 again with special defense, but a Giga Drain should still be able to take it out. So I think he could switch out into something. Not sure what exactly he would want to switch out into. I think I'm calcing here just to make sure a Giga Drain takes it out, which it definitely should. So we go for the Giga Drain here. He's thinking if he should sack it off, and he does. So we're back to square. 1. We are 5 versus 5. He still has the advantage because one of our mons is poison, but at least we are not a mon down anymore. So right now, I'm expecting him, he could go into his Urshifu, he can go into his Jupiter, being a bug type, that would hurt our psychic type and be super effective against the psychic type. But we are just going to see what exactly he wants to go into here, which is going to be, what is it going to be? It's starting to look like our Wincon might be Spectrier as well. So if we're able to start getting damage on things, so wearing certain things down, especially that Toxapex, we might be able to break through at the end with Spectrier. So we do see he goes out into this Jupiter, the spider. And so we are just going to switch out because we don't want to take any super effective damage. A bug bite would eat our citrus berry, and we don't want that. So for the Jupiter, we could go into our Azumarill, we could go into our Appa. We're just gonna go into our what do we pick? We go into, I'm not sure what we pick here. Let's see, what am I? I'm as surprised as you all. We're gonna go into Appa, I think. And then maybe we'll get a body slam off, maybe a paralysis. Maybe a play rough. Are we gonna stay in? The time is ticking. What are we doing? And we go into our Appa. So we switch out. We are the female Appa, which is more physically defensive. So specially defensive. The female Appa is more specially defensive. So we go for Surf. Does not do too much, but we are poisoned now, and we do have leftovers, but the poison will slowly take over our leftovers. So Appa was hurt by poison. We are gonna go for a Yawn, might be the work. Maybe we just want damage. But all of these are good options. So we're gonna go for the Yawn. Whatever he brings in, whatever, if he stays in, we'll be taking 1 turn of sleep next turn. So he is going to protect to scout what we go for, which is a great play for him. He sees the Yawn, and now what he knows that if he stays in, he'll be put to sleep. If he switches out, whatever he switches out to will be put to sleep. That protect also helps with the poison damage that he's racking up against us. So more and more poison damage. I think we can double down into our Yawn, which is exactly what we do. So we double down into the Yawn. The Yawn is going to put that to sleep. He gets a crit on this Surf, which we cannot catch a break, already being down a few mons and taking so much damage. So that poison hurts a lot. We'll probably only be able to take 1 or 2 more turns, but we are going to go for a body slam, whatever he wants to go into. Maybe we get a paralysis on. So the Toxapex comes out once again at full health because of its regenerator ability. We go and body slam it, and the body slam basically does as much as the Rocky Helmet does to us. We get back up to 113 health. Are we able to survive the poison? And we do. We survive the poison on 5 HP. We're going to go for the Yawn. Hopefully be able to put this Toxapex to sleep so it's not able to wreak as much havoc as it does. And it goes for Sludge Bomb. So we go for a Sludge Bomb, and Appa is fainted. And now we are down from 4. We have 4 mons to his 5 mons. What are we going to do next? Guru Patik is our Toxapex answer, just because it does not want to take any psychic moves. So we are going to go for the Psychic Noise. He probably switches out, but we are not in a position to be making any type of predictions right now. So we're going to go for the Psychic Noise. Maybe the Jupiter comes back out here. I don't expect the Urshifu to come out against this thing, and he goes out into the Shield. The Shield is the Blastoise, so we go for a Psychic Noise against the Blastoise. This could be Shell Smash, this could be Choice Specs, it could be Leftovers. We don't see any items, so we are expecting like a White Herb variant for Shell Smash. So we may have to stay in, unfortunately, and go for a Giga Drain just to get damage, just so it doesn't get a free Shell Smash off on us. And nothing else really wants to take it. So we go for the Giga Drain, it does nothing. The Giga Drain doesn't do anything. And so that tells us that it is probably Assault Vest. It goes for Mirror Coat, which does a little bit more, brings us down into our Citrus Berry range, and then so we are able to get back up to full health. Mirror Coat is a really good bring, given how many special attackers that I have. And with the Assault Vest, so this is probably designed to take maybe like a Shadow Ball from Spectrier and deal enough damage to take it out. So we are going to go for Knockoff and remove that Assault Vest just so our moves are able to do a bit more, our special moves specifically, but he switches out into, what is he going to switch out into? Jupiter would be a good play here. He switches into Dart, which is the Barraskewda. I was really concerned about this thing in rain. Choice Band, like Wave Crash in the rain, Oko's every single thing on the team. And it gets like Poison Jab for Azumarill, all these things. So this thing is a threat. I really need to draft it in the future, but it's gonna flip turn. He's probably surprised that we stayed in. He was probably expecting us to stay in. But after the poison, we just cannot catch a break with our Guru Fatigue. So he goes into the Pex. We probably went for a Giga Drain, didn't we? Yep, we go for a Giga Drain. Does not do much. We probably die to the poison on this next turn. And do we? Yep, we go down to poison. So that is that 2 or 3 kills that Toxapex just got? Toxapex is going crazy. I had Toxapex a few seasons ago in the PWBC, and it was great. I loved it as like a defensive wall with Zamazenta. I think when I ran it, I didn't run any attacking moves. I had like Toxic Stall, Recover, Baneful Bunker, all these things. But I'm slowly losing respect for like the stall playstyle. With Toxapex out, nothing really wants to take anything, both of the Go-Go and the Azumarill. Not being a huge fan of poison moves, but we are going to go to our Terra Captain, the Go-Go. We are going to take poison and the sticky webs from switching in. And we are going to be able to go for a Leech Seed here. We're going to Terra Water so that we are taking less. We are not super effective against the poison or the water moves, which are both the moves that Toxapex has. And we are hopefully going to be able to maybe set up here. Maybe this is the time for the reverse sweep, but we are on a timer because of the poison that we just had from the Toxapex. So we are going to Terrestrialize. We are going to go into a water type. Go-Go is awesome. It's my favorite Mon. Maybe, yeah, definitely my favorite Mon, honestly. We Leech Seed in order to get some recovery, in order to cancel out some of the Toxic, and it goes for a Hex. So Hex did about 50 damage, maybe even less after, because we had taken some damage from the Toxic, and then we're able to get some health back because of that Leech Seed, which is great. So it's kind of like we're stalling out each other, right? So Toxapex is stalling us, we're stalling the poison, like the top, everyone's just trying to stay on the field for as long as possible. So expecting him to switch out so he doesn't have to take the Leech Seed again. We're gonna Leech Seed for a second time, which he does not switch out. So he goes for Hex again. Hex does not do that much. It does about 25 HP again. So I don't know why he stayed in. Maybe he predicted us to try to Leech Seed again. Wouldn't it be crazy if we went for a Leech Seed a third time, expecting him to switch out now? But no, I think with the poison racking up, we just need to go for damage and recovery. So we are going to go for, or maybe we set up more. We go for a bulk up just to set up more. So he sees that we are now +1 attack, +1 defense. He recovers, so he gets some health back, and that's more health to feed us from our Leech Seed. So not a huge problem. I do wish I had like Earthquake or something, brought a more offensive set than a setup set. But I couldn't have predicted the hazard stack. Maybe if I played better with like a taunt user at the beginning, but now that we're +1 attack, +1 defense, and the poison is starting to rack up, I think we have to go for, what do we have to go for? We're gonna go for another bulk up. We're gonna try to get as much as we can. He's gonna switch out. And so the spider comes out, probably fearing whatever we're going for. So we go for a second bulk up, so making us officially +2 attack and +2 defense. We get our leftovers, and then we're going to take some poison. This thing could get a grass move. I'm not sure if it gets a grass move. It fully could get a grass move, but we are just going to go for a horn leech in order to get some health back. It goes for a protect again to stall the poison, trying to get as much damage from the poison as possible. I feel like so much of this game has just been like protecting on poison, protecting on Archaludon, just trying to stall things out. And so that did about like almost 100 HP. So we're gonna have to horn leech here in order to get as much health back as possible. This thing has not taken much damage, so we don't really know about what kind of set it is rocking. So we get a horn leech off, it brings us back probably about 100 HP. It goes for Endeavor, which takes us down to 9 HP. We get leftovers back, but that poison, being what 5 turns on poison, is definitely going to take us down. So Endeavor was a really good play, definitely a really good bring on the Jupiter. I told you that Nova was a really awesome player, a really good player. And so now we're down to 2 Mons against his 4 Mons. Looking here, I go into the, what do I go into? Maybe go into the Spectrier, because Endeavor is a normal type move, and so we won't be able to get hit by Endeavor. So we go into the Spectrier. This is like a last-ditch effort. Like, the only way to win this game is for Spectrier to go crazy here. KOing this mon will also let us get a Grim Nay boost. We are agility, we are nasty plot, but we just need to go for damage here. So we go for a Shadow Ball. Hopefully it goes for protect. So again, it is stalling out the poison turns. So we go for Shadow Ball. Not going to do anything, but we are going to take another turn of poison, which is great for us. We're down to 320. We are going to go for, what are we going to, another Shadow Ball, just trying to take this thing out. We need to get down as many mons as possible before this poison timer that we're on runs out. So the Pex comes out. We'll be able to see if it's like specially defensive, physically defensive, probably more physically defensive. We go for a Shadow Ball. It takes it down to almost half. It looks like it did about 45%. Maybe even 49. It looks right about half. So we're gonna have to go for another Shadow Ball. This thing's probably gonna be able to just recover until we are down because of poison. But in the event that we are able to, we may go for an agility just to get a little faster. So it does switch out. We're gonna go for agility to be faster than the things that we would usually be faster than, because after the sticky web, so the agility is really to negate the effects of the sticky web. So the Blastoise comes out, which the Blastoise looks like it was created for the Spectrier. We've seen Miracle before, so we know we have to go for Nasty Plot, and whatever we go for needs to be able to take out the Blastoise automatically. The Miracle, it fails because we did not attack it first with a special attack, and so now we're down to 131. Whatever we go for here, it looks like this will be enough to Oko anything, or maybe not Oko, to finish off anything. We go for the Shadow Ball, and it finishes off the Blastoise, which is great. So right now it is our 2 Mons versus his 4 Mons, which we've been in worse situations before. The poison takes us down to 26%. So really all he has to do is come in with something and protect, and then it is just Azumarill versus the world. So he is gonna go for protect. The poison is gonna take out our Spectrier, our Vatu, and then Azumarill, which is Assault Vest, will come in. It will get poisoned, and then it will have to fight for its life, basically. So we are Trailblaze, we are Play Rough, we have so we take that speed drop as well, but Azumarill is already very slow. We're poisoned, badly poisoned. We have knockoff, and we have Aqua Jet. We can't really go for the Aqua Jet here because this could be water absorb. We are worried about the water absorb, but regardless, we're going to take that risk anyway because it looks like we're going to lose. So we go for the Aqua Jet. It goes into the Toxapex. We're going to take a Rocky Helmet damage because the Toxapex is Rocky Helmet. and now it's our turn to move again. It looks like knockoff may be doing more damage than anything. Sludge Bomb, super effective. Because we're AV, it's not doing too much. We take Rocky Helmet damage, but you probably worth it in order to remove that knockoff. And everything every day it looks grimmer and grimmer. We're gonna go for the Play Rough because it does more without it having an item, but that Sludge Bomb is gonna take us out, and that is good game to Nova. I'm sorry about the post-com again, but really fun going against Nova. Next week is week 5, and if you like these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe, and have a great one.